Okay, so now we're going to graph inequalities. All right, you see here you've got a greater than sign, but it's still just absolute value, right? That's your parent function is the absolute value of x. So you look for all the transformations because we're just going to graph it first. So I can see I've got the, let me erase this so I can see that thought. All right, so I've got a negative, right? That negative in front. So that's going to be a reflection across the x-axis. So I know it's going to be upside down, all right? So I've got a reflection there. Now I've got the 1/2, right? So that tells me that it's going to be a compression by a factor of 1/2. All right, so it's going to be flatter, that my slope is 1/2 instead of 1. Okay, and then now I'm looking at where my vertex is. So if I look inside, well, x is all by itself. Okay, so I don't move left or right, but I do move it down 2. So all I'm going to do is go down 2. So that would put me, I don't go left, I start at the origin, just go down 2, and there I am for my vertex. All right, now I know it's going to go, my slope is going to be -1/2, so I'm going to go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. Okay, and I connect those dots. Oh, you know what? It's a greater than, right? So it's not connected. It has to be dashed. All right. So I'm going to make that dashed. I'm just going to erase little bits. Make that dashed. Okay. Okay, now it's dashed. And then now I'm going to go the other way, right? So same thing, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. All right, so this is going to be dashed. All right, so it's dashed. So I've got a reflection because it is going down, all right? That made it go upside down. And then a compression because it's flatter. And I moved it down 2, and that's why it's starting here. All right, and now the last thing I need to do is it says greater than, right? So if it's greater than, I'm going to shade it, right? So I've got greater than would be above. So I'm just going to shade in all this area above. And that's all you have to do, all right, for an inequality. Just graph it and then shade it. So number 5, right, look at your transformations. I've got nothing in front, so my slope is 1, right? The slope is just going to be a positive 1. So that means it's going to be going up. And inside here, I've got an x plus 4, so I'm going to go left 4. And then on the outside, I've got a plus 3, so I'm going to go up 3. That's where my vertex is going to be, right? This is my vertex. All right, I'm going to go left 4 and up 3. So left 4 and up 3. That's my vertex. And I know my slope is a positive 1, so I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and so on. So that is my slope. And then the other side, it's just going to be a negative slope, so I go up and to the left. All right? So that is the graph. And then now I'm going, and then it's going to be a solid because I've got this equal sign too. So I'm okay with the solid. And then now I'm going to shade, it says less than or equal to, so less than is below. All right, so I'm going to shade in all the area below. All right, that's number, so that would be less than or equal to. And then number 6, same thing, you just graph it and then shade. Okay, so look at your transformations. I do have a negative here, so it's going to be reflected across the X. Oops. The X-axis. And then I've got this X plus 2. So that's going to move it to the left 2. Alright, and that's it for transformations. So for my vertex, basically, I'm just going to go left 2. Start at the origin and just go left 2. Right, so, and then I've got, it's a negative slope, so I'm going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. And then down 1 on the other side, down and over, down and over, down and over. And this is a less than, right? So it's going to be like an open circle. So it's going to be dotted, right? So I'm going to have the dashed lines. They're kind of dashed. If I just leave it with the dots, maybe that's better. So I got a dashed line, and it's going down. -1 is my slope. And now I just have to shade, and it says less than, right? Less than, so that would be all these points underneath the absolute value. And that's that.